Hey guys, on the previous episode, we saw how smart bidding works on the back end. So now what we're gonna do is understand how to leverage AI on a search campaign and improve the performance with it. So let's check it out. So we find that splitting campaigns per location improves the way in which AI is gonna optimize the bids. And the reason why is because if you have a campaign targeting the United States, there are more variables here compared to a campaign that is only targeting Miami. So if you had 100 conversions, you have to distribute 100 conversions in all the different states. So you're probably gonna have 7 here, 8, 10. So you have to fill all of the variables so that the system understands which one is more effective or it's converting the most. And then if you think about it, in one state there are other cities and you have to fill in the gaps. The more granular you go, the harder it is for the system to understand which a specific location is more relevant. But if you had a campaign targeting Miami only, and then you had 100 conversions in there, all you have to do is distribute the same values in less variables, right? So now you can fill in the gap with something like this. Let's assume this allows the system to have more weighted value per location. And because it has more data per location, then it becomes more effective to understand, okay, well, this location is converting better, so I'm gonna increase the bids here. And because this one is not really converting that much, I'm just gonna drop the bids here. And that is how it's gonna improve the bids. On this example, it's really hard to compare which one is better because they're all almost the same because there's just too many variables. Another part is the keywords, and this is fairly different to what we used to do before. So what you want to do first is you set a specific rules and say, Google, I want people to see my ad whenever they type this specific word, dentist, and then you set up different rules like this. This is the keyword match types. And what you want to do is first set up the rules manually and gather data. And the system will understand which one is driving more conversions. So it's gonna say, okay, this one is driving conversions at a really good price. This one is as well. This one is not. So now it understands what search queries are more effective. And at this point, because you have enough data, you don't really have to tell it manually what search queries you want it to be showing your ad to. So at this point, you can just go full broad and brainstorm a huge list of keywords that are just like this without manual rules, and the system is gonna do it by itself. Now, the last part of the strategy, it's bidding. And this is quite a big deal because when you think about bidding with automation, it's like, okay, the system is gonna update the bids for you and you don't have control over it. But that's not entirely true with these two strategies. So you have target CPA and target ROAS, and what you can do here is that you can set specific target CPA values. And when you have a trend like this, we usually find that the average CPC and the average CPA are related. So whenever you raise the bids, the target CPA, the CPA of the campaign follows, and it increases as well. So if you wanted to mirror an average value CPC of $5, all you have to do is to set the target CPA to $20. And the system is gonna mirror that CPC of $5. So if you wanted to raise the bids, for instance, all you have to do is see your trend and eventually, okay, so if with $20 I'm gonna bid 5, all you have to do here is just to set up your target CPA to 35 and the system will mirror an average CPC of 7. And what we find is that it actually happens almost instantly. And you can see the trend even per hour on Google Ads. It is gonna show you that the average CPC changes dramatically based on this forecast. And this is very convenient because if you have the campaigns set up per location, you have campaign 1 targeting this state, campaign 2 targeting this other state, and the competition between these states is entirely different. There's different people bidding, the price is different. So eventually you wouldn't want to be bidding the same values here. So maybe if you want to bid higher on this state, you can just set up different target values and you can use this data to manipulate the bids as you please, pretty much. So we just went through one of the strategies that we implemented on one of our case studies. And what we find is that we dropped the CPA from $63 down to $24. That's roughly 61% decrease in CPA. What is interesting is that everything is fully automated, running under AI, but we managed to have some sort of control with this type of strategies. We have a blog coming up that explains a little bit more in detail about how this works. So check out the website for more information and stay tuned for more.